There is a delay. There is a delay. There is a delay. There is a delay. Okay. All right. Welcome to another live stream. I am your host, Trade with Dave, and I'll be going over some of the pairs, seeing if we could possibly analyze and execute some trades. So initially, on daily, I mean, gold overall has been creating higher highs, and it has created some retracements, like it is creating something right now because it is the end of the month. But I definitely don't see this to be um, a continuation towards downside. It is just a retracement. I highly believe that it will still continue to push up. So going down to the 4 hour, let's see, we have some sort of support that is being respected around this area. Let's see. So we have some sort of support around this area. Let's just dive down to smaller time frames. Uh, Lower time frames, we are able to adjust things. You see, okay. See, 30-minute, it wasn't very clear what was happening. So I knew if I could go into a little bit higher time frame, I'll know exactly what is going on. So we can adjust these areas. So the new low here we have was this, and one of the new resistance, we have this area to be resistance, right? Now, I do believe that as we're pushing up, we should continue to push up to these ranges and not, our stop loss should be below the previous candle's low. So I will take a small trade right about here, and the stop loss will be previous candle's low, and take profit, let's just say at least these ranges. I do believe that price should continue to push up, and with volume we should be able to break these areas on the left hand side. So let's see. Mm, So we have 15, 20 minutes for this candle to close. Basically, what I want is for this 15-minute to close bullish. As long as this 15-minute closes bullish, we should be able to continue to push up. Not looking good. Mm. DJ, on the other hand, we created, we're back in this consolidation zone. Like if we take a look here on the left-hand side, it's all wicks. I do believe that we should be able to continue down to these areas here. And there's decent amount of volume in the market, so we should be able to test these 197 950s. Ethereum, I will enter a trade for sell here. Stops above previous candle's high. Once this candle flips bearish, at that point, the stop will be at current candle's high. So basically, I'm just waiting for this candle to flip bearish. At that point, I will have the stops at previous candle's high. Mm-mm-mm. All right, we have 8.5 minutes. In the meantime, let's take a look at editing chart order. This is not done. Cool.
Yeah, I messed up. Okay. So I am in a buy on gold, anticipating for price to continue to push up and fill this wick. Open the trade manager on the left hand side. The reason being is that if it continues to break below, then I'm gonna close about 50%. Wait, bruh, did I actually put a sell here? Leave size intact. No, 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 no. Have my buy open one more time. This is so dumb. Okay, I'm gonna close this position right here. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna close this position right here. That's it. Easy W, easy win. So I'm gonna keep this position open. I'm gonna keep this position open for now. Oh, spread is going up. Holy damn. Close. Let me go ahead and break down this trade. Close. Let me close. Damn. Close. Let me go ahead and break down this trade where we made $225 on gold buys on NFP. Basically, what happened is that I was able to put buy stops and sell stops on gold. And the news, we forecasted it to be around 75, which is already a bit lower than 79, which is the previous. But the actual news for non-farm payroll, non-farm employment, came out at 22,000. Super negative news for USD, which is the reason why gold kept driving up. That is the main reason why I was able to take the buys and come out positive. So yeah, that's how you trade NFP. New York session. I think we have cooked in this trade. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do proper top-down analysis. This is GJ on 4-hour. I think we have cooked in this trade. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do proper top-down analysis. This is GJ on 4-hour time frame. We have support that was created, and then earlier on today in London session, GJ broke above that support with this big green candle, and then the next candle came down, retested it, and we created some sort of support here. Let's go ahead and go down to 1-hour time frame to take a look at it. Okay, perfect. So as you see here, on 1-hour time frame, we came down, but now we're closing in a green candle, forming some sort of support. What happens, I've seen this happen so often, where next candle should continue to push up and test these highs around 201, which is about 30 pips away. Let's go ahead and further break it down to 15 minutes. Perfect. So we closed above this area here with this big green candle with a big push here, which is market volume. And the next candle should continue to push up to those areas. So this would be a good time for us to enter a buy here. And the stop loss will be right below in these ranges, because once the price has continued to push up, there is no reason why it should continue to come down and test these lows. And I'm going to close this right here at about 12 pips. Continue to come down and test these lows. And I'm going to close this right here at about 12. You how to do proper top-down analysis. This is GJ on 4-hour time frame. I think we have cooked in this trade. Okay, so I'm
That is good. Let's see. What else do we have?
of a lick. I do want at least somewhat of a lick. Now it's interesting because we've gotten top wick. If it continues to push down, I think we could get in a sell. Okay, I'm gonna sell it right here. All right, I've entered in a sell for gold for price to continue to push down. Stop loss, I'm gonna try to keep it just above in the range, because usually I'll keep the stop loss above the previous candle's high, but I don't want the high to break and then we create a deeper high. All right, we're in profits just within a couple of seconds. That's what happens when volume comes in. Within a couple of seconds, you can anticipate a move, execute, and then be in profit or loss, depending on if it was a good idea or not. All right, we're breaking below our own low, and I think I am good with this. Perfect. Anticipate a move, execute, and then be in profit or loss, depending on if it was a good idea or not. All right, we're breaking below our own low, and I think I am good with this. Perfect. First thing on a Monday, won the trade, and you will see this on Instagram Reels. Yeah, once the candle flips, that's where the entry is going to be. And the stop loss will be this candle's low. Stop loss is 24 pips. We're about 10 pips in profit. So it's coming up to the resistance area, and that's where I'm going to close all of the positions. Perfect.
Okay, I'll have a buy stop at the current candle's high. So once it's breaking its own high, at that point, I will enter in a buy. And stops will be, say, like 50 pips, just back in this range. TP, let's just put her way up there for now. So I've entered in a buy, anticipating for price to continue to push up. My stop loss is previous candle's low, and I'm anticipating for price to continue to drive up at least, break above these areas and continue to push higher. Okay, I will be right back. Mm. Hmm. All right, 15 minute is about to close. And usually, yeah, you shouldn't go into 5 minute to determine where you're headed. But in this scenario, I do want to take a look if we have anything going. Yeah, I think with this, we should be able to. I'm gonna stay in the trade for just for now, because all this could be a retest, and maybe have the stop loss below, these lows. I'll start to manage risk, but since there is some sort of a bullish structure indicating that the price could continue to push up, I will stay in the trade. Also, what happened right now is that we came up, we broke above this previous resistance. We came down, tested it. We didn't break, but we didn't close below in these ranges, and now we're continuing to push up. Let me break this down. Just the reason why I didn't manage risk at this point is because we continue to push up. Next, we tested, and this red candle here didn't break and close below these areas. If it closed in these areas, then I would have managed risk. It kind of just retested, and now it's continuing to push up, and that is the trade that I'm looking to be in. Can we break? Can we break this high? Oh, where is the floor? 2019. Let's see. 21, so like 26. Hmm. About 26 while all-wheel drive model bit. Okay. What's head in chat? See, there is a possibility that this candle could have a wick. I gotta find point two. If this candle closes like this, the next candle should be able to continue to push up. Yeah, with volume, we should be able to continue to push up. You heard? 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 And I'm gonna bring my stop loss to previous candles low. All right, I'll update you guys how the trade goes, and I'll